All right, let's move on to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He now says, do not vote for him, even in the swing states. So before he was saying, all right, listen, when he joined the Trump campaign, he said, vote for Trump if you're in a swing state, vote for Trump. But if you're in a safe state and you know it's safely blue or safely red, vote for me so that I could get on the ballot and start an independent party. I could get that 5% and maybe do something with it. Well, now he's saying, no, 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 no. Vote for Trump no matter what. Watch this.
Hey, everybody. A lot of people are asking me if they live in a red state or a blue state, should they still be voting for me? What about swing states? The answer is easy no. No matter what state you live in, you should be voting for Donald Trump. And let me tell you why. That's the only way that we can get me and everything I stand for into Washington, D.C. and fulfill the mission that motivated my campaign. Right now, free speech is under withering and relentless attack in America and across the globe. But at least we still have enough of it here, and you can watch this video. We can still run an opposition political campaign. Well, in a lot of countries, you can't do that anymore because the state now controls the media. The state censors the internet. Brazil just banned Twitter because Elon Musk refused to censor user speech. Kamala Harris says that Musk better behave himself or he will, quote, lose his
privileges and it should be taken down. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop.
She thinks, and the Democratic establishment thinks, that free speech is a privilege. Well, you know, and I know that it's a right. And if Kamala Harris is elected, the powers behind her will quash that right. They're already halfway there. It will be too late by 2028. Once we're in the grips of totalitarianism, we're not going to be able to vote our way out of it. This is our last chance to stop them. After long conversations with President Trump and his team and his family, I know that he is fully convinced of this priority. He sees the censorship machine for what it is. Remember, he was kicked off Twitter back in 2021, and he has experienced directly how government agencies are being weaponized to destroy the government's political opponents. He's going to be relying on me to help clean up that corruption, and that's why I'm relying on my supporters like you to help him return to the White House. As you know, this could be a very close election. A disputed election result would be a disaster for our divided nation. President Trump needs to win in a landslide, both in the Electoral College and in the popular vote. He can't do that unless my supporters join him. So look at the big picture. We have to unify. We have to overthrow the entrenched elites who are now ruining our country. So let's get Donald Trump elected on November 5th so that we can restore our Constitution, so that we can revive the middle class, so that we can rescue our democracy, end censorship and surveillance, unravel the war machine, protect children's health, and make America healthy again.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, he's right. He is right that Trump would need to win not only the Electoral College, but also the popular vote. It maybe not by a landslide, but he at least needs to win the popular vote this time around, as well as the Electoral College for people to not question this election. Ironically, isn't it so ironic? You know, we have to talk about Democrats then questioning the election when they got so mad about other people questioning their election results, right? When it's benefiting them, you can't question it. But when it doesn't benefit them, you can question it all you want. But he's right in that if they want Trump to really win and for it to be decisive, then it should be decisive. And so the voters for Kennedy, even in the swings, even in the safe states, should vote for Donald Trump if that's the reasoning. It's unfortunate because I think a lot of people wanted to see an independent party. We're just being roped into the duopoly again. What I didn't like about his video, so I agree with him ultimately, politically, strategically thinking, and I always try to look at these things from a strategy point of view. It doesn't mean I'm voting for him. It doesn't mean that I agree, that this is the whatever they're asserting, but politically, strategically, I agree with this. But I think for that purpose, for just getting Trump elected. But what sucks about it strategically is the fact that people are sick of the duopoly and we're being just ushered right back into the duopoly. what does he say in this video that I do not like? I do not like this language. I think it's destructive language, and I think it just leads to brain rot. And that is this idea of, oh no, if we don't vote this one way, tyranny will ensue and we're all screwed. We're going to lose our country. This is the exact same rhetoric that Democrats used that gave them immense brain rot. The average Democrat has brain rot now. They just believe if Trump is in charge of that all hell breaks loose. We lose democracy. You got to punch Nazis in the face, they say. I mean, they've just got all of these different, they really developed this derangement syndrome that led them to erode at their own values. This was the party Democrats were previously anti-war until Trump said he was anti-war. Well, then they're pro-war. This is the party that said they were pro-choice until Trump says, well, you shouldn't be forced to take the vaccine. Well, then you need to be forced to take it. This is the party that's against censorship. That was for they held up all of the principles of being against censorship and allowing differences and opinions. And until Trump had a different opinion, now we need to censor. We have to censor because we can't allow people to hear Donald Trump's message because he is a fascist, and we have to prevent our country from falling into fascism because we won't have a country anymore. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr. kind of falls into that when he says tyranny. It's all about tyranny. And if we have all this, oh no, we've got to vote for Donald Trump. Otherwise tyranny will ensue and we won't have another election. That type of rhetoric causes brain rot. And now what we're seeing already is a bunch of people on the right who are going to vote for Donald Trump. They're exhibiting this brain rot a bit. Don't you understand? We won't have a country if Kamala wins. So then let's assume Kamala wins. What's going to happen to the mentality of the people right now who believe that our nation is doomed and over if Kamala wins? And then she wins. And then what? What are they going to feel? How are they going to feel? What are they going to think? Is it going to lead them to the same sorts of tyranny that Democrats were led into because they fiercely believed in their soul, they believed that Trump winning would be the end of democracy. And it wasn't. And yet they did a lot to try to erode democracy in the name of protecting democracy. And I believe that's what would happen on the right. I don't think their brains are any different. I don't think they're any better of people. I think we're all the same. And on the right, if they say, look, we're going to go into tyranny, then they will cause tyranny in order to prevent tyranny. It's the same thing. We have to protect ourselves from that. But now, so interesting. Kennedy's now coming out saying, don't vote for me at all, ever. Just vote for Donald Trump. Let's make America healthy again. Vote for Trump. That's it. Don't vote for me. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Do you owe back taxes? Is the IRS sending you pay up letters or else? Well, after hiring and training thousands of new agents, the IRS is ramping up collections, and they mean business. Well, don't waive your rights and speak to them on your own, because do they look like they're your friends? No. Tax Network USA, a trusted tax relief firm, has saved over $1 billion in back taxes for their clients, and they can help you secure the best deal possible. So whether you owe $10,000 or $10 million, they can help you. So whether it's business or personal taxes, or even if you have the means to pay, or you're on a fixed income, they can help finally resolve your tax burdens once and for all. All you have to do is call 1-800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/Kim. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a clip from the longer, larger show that you can catch Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, at KimIversonShow.com. That'll route you to the platform where you need to be in order to get the full uncensored show every Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Click on that link, watch the full interview. See you there.